Good morning, everyone. This is Pastor R.L. Young with Christ's Words Matter Ministry for another installment of Will You Call Him Lord? Today, we're looking at Hebrews 12, 14, and 15, which says, "Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking diligently, lest any man fall short of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled." What the writer is saying in this point is that we're to follow peace with everyone, even those that we feel may be sketchy. However, we're not just to follow peace. We're to follow holiness, which is spiritual maturity. We look in Galatians, it says that only those that are spiritual can correct or should correct someone that we find at fault. But we see follow peace, and scripture also says that God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as it is in all the churches of the saints. So we're to follow the peace that God has authored for his people, while his people practices spiritual maturity or holiness, because God also said, "Be holy as I am holy." Without peace and without holiness, no one will be able to see God. But then it says if we're not following peace and holiness, the only thing that's left for us to follow is bitterness. Because without God's peace on our mind, or without spiritual maturity, bitterness ends up taking root and causing us to turn others away from Christ instead of allowing peace and holiness to draw people to Christ. Again, we're to let our light shine before men, that they see our good works and glorify the Father which is in heaven. So let's make sure we're following Christ and not bitterness into the salvation of our own souls, so that we may be free from a world that's full of darkness, chaos, confusion, and harm. This is Pastor R.L. Young with Christ's Words Matter Ministry, and we wish everyone blessings.